Tonight has not been a good night at all. I just keep having a million different thoughts running through my head, and it doesn't matter what I've tried using as a distraction. Like, my mind just keeps going back to, well, what if this happened? Or what if this happened? Or what if you would have done this differently? Or even stuff like, you're a crappy daughter, or you're a crappy mom right now. Like, all of those thoughts just keep going through my head. And then it happens during the day, even when there are people to talk to, but like it just makes it a million times worse when everybody's asleep and there's no one that you can call. So you're just sitting here thinking even more. That's one thing I have got to learn is how to just shut my brain off. I have got to learn how to relax again and have fun and laugh, despite the fact that I have really messed up teeth. Laugh and smile. I think a lot of this has to do with, my disability hearing is less than 2 weeks away now. And I had I don't even know what you would call it, like phone conversation with my attorney. Her name is Catherine. We were on the phone for such a long time. And some of it, made me feel good. Other parts of it, made me even more anxious. Like, there's a good possibility that, I can walk out of the courtroom on March 4th and not even have an answer. Not know if I get approved or denied for both, one or the other. I could not know that day, and it can be as long as 4 months. It can take 2 to 4 months for the judge to make a decision. My attorney is gonna do her best to try and talk to the judge and see if, because in some cases he will make a decision that day. Because even if I could get and I think it's called an informal decision made, I just really need to know. Like, if I'm not going to get approved, I've got to figure out something. If I did get approved, then I can figure, I don't know how I'm going to figure things out financially, but at least I'm going to kind of have a time frame. Like, I cannot be in limbo anymore. I can't. And I really didn't think that there was a possibility I would walk out of the courtroom, on March 4th and not have an answer. So I'm really hoping that that doesn't happen. Also, I thought that this hearing was going to be focused from the time I got injured, which was July of 2015 to current, because, I broke my foot July 2015, and I wouldn't be where I am today, mentally or physically, if that hadn't have happened. But my work credits will expire, or did expire, September of 2016. So there's only a very small time frame that the judge is going to be able to look at to see if I qualify for both. And my attorney did warn me that there's a possibility that the judge can deny me for one because of the work credit thing. But she said it's still worth a chance to go for it because there is a possibility that he can still rule in my favor for both. So why not give it a shot? The other one, she's more convinced that, yeah, I'll definitely get that. But the problem is, I knew the finances weren't going to be coming, in March, but I didn't think it was going to be, possibly 5 or 6 months. It's not even possible. It's not, and that's another thing that like just keeps playing over and over in my head. Like there's no way for me to financially do it. Especially not while I'm here and I'm still having to pay my rent. Um, Whereas once I get into Foxfire, until I start getting disability, I'll be paying zero, or close to it. Which is definitely more in my price range right now. But yeah, that's a lot of what's going through my head is a lot of the hearing, how not fun the next 2 weeks are going to be. Because I know I'm not a very optimistic person, but I'm really not trying to be pessimistic. But I think each night that gets closer to the hearing, it's going to get more and more difficult because I'm going to get more and more stressed out. I wish it was here in Jackson. It's not. It's going to be a drive. I mean, not like a super long drive. I'm not even sure if it's as far away as I was driving, like for therapy and stuff like that. But it's still not here in my hometown. And the attorney wants me there an hour beforehand, and the court thing's at like 9:45, so I'm gonna have to be there at 8:45. And if I walk out of there with a denial or no answer, I'm not real sure how the drive home is going to be. It's not going to be fun. That's for sure. Gosh, I hope that doesn't happen. I just keep telling myself, like, something has got to give. Like, granted, like, I thought by this point, again, things would be so much different. Wouldn't be here in the apartment. That I would be, like, literally, like, counting down the days until my hearing. Like, so excited about it because it was finally here, and yet I'm having the complete opposite reaction. I didn't really think that financially it was going to get to this point. Like, I stupidly thought, like March was going to be the month I was either going to get into that apartment complex or they were finally going to put the credit that they rightfully owe me towards my rent. I should not have to be paying rent or facing eviction this coming month. Like, that's ridiculous, but that's a whole nother story, and that's going to cause me to have even more anxiety, so I'm not even going to go into it. Trying to think of anything else that's really happened. I had the phone interview with the attorney. Not really anything in the apartment. Don't have any updates on that. I guess I'm just going to keep updating you as I get closer to the hearing, and hopefully soon I'm going to have some good news. Like, I'm not a super religious person, I'll be totally honest. But please, if you are a religious person, like, please pray for like a miracle, because I'm to that point. Like, something, please, something has got to give.